Was there any kind of change? Did anything happen in terms of from higher up when the thing went down with Lesnar and Waterman? And they
Well,
got
that's what I was talking about. But, in case something didn't make headlines, it didn't make any headlines, but it made the police blotter. And do people know what's going on here? Do I need to preface this?
I don't know. I think you may have told the story many years ago, and I don't know if you said both guys' names when telling the story. So,
Well, that's true, but also it was in some book, either by Brock or about. Brock's never read a book. Didn't somebody wrote the story?
book by Brock.
Well, yeah, by book, by Brock. That's the spot. By book, by Brock.
Chapter 2, Animals.
Fucking Brock and Ron Waterman call me at home here one night when they're both here in OVW and say, well, we got a little problem. And this has been goddamn 25 years. So I don't want to give any wrong details. So I'll basically give the gist of it is they just been arrested because their steroids that they ordered through the mail, when they picked them up at, I believe, the manager's office of their apartment complex and accepted delivery of them, they were soon afterward visited by Louisville's finest to take exception to it. And they wanted to know basically if they were fucked or not. And I said, well, I'll get back to you as soon as I can talk to one of the fuckers. So I called, technically he was an ex-fucker. I called Dean Hill, who had been a police officer here in Louisville for about 25 years, and, said, how much trouble are these idiots in? And and he told me probably, potentially a bit, if not more. And then I'm struggling as I tell the story, because then I called him back, and I think at that point we had to, get them an attorney or have them contact someone who could represent them. I didn't, here, let me pay for your fucking attorney for this stupid error. And I'm trying to remember what the resolution was now, to be honest with you, because it's been 25 fucking years. And I just remember these people called me and said, yeah, well, we picked up our illegal drugs that we ordered through the mail. They fucking arrested us for it. But some way or another, it was a while before the office found out, I think. Because I wasn't going to fucking, tell them that I knew that they had called me. So it was a little while, and then things came to light. But I can't remember what happened, though. But nobody went to jail, obviously. And I think they were mere pawns in the game. I think it was a bigger investigation. They may have just named names, Brian. Named names.
Did you ever have any issues with Dean Hill having a conflict? Because wrestlers always get in trouble. Even before OVW, he was the ring announcer for the USWA shows in Louisville. Any issues with the fact that he was such a high-profile police officer in town and wrestlers commonly get into trouble? Did he ever have any conflicts because of that?
Well, no, because most of the guys, I think that during the USWA years, was it Chris Champion that may have got arrested at the Toy Tiger? But there was never any wrestlers getting in trouble around town in Louisville in the Jarrett years, at least until certainly after Christine Jarrett left the road in the early 90s. Except for, and then of course, there was the epic Lawler situation where he was staying overnight, actually in southern Indiana at the Days Inn in Jeffersonville. But that was unusual. Guys didn't stay in Louisville and go out and get drunk and, get in fights at the bar or do anything really in Louisville besides come in, wrestle, and leave again, or come in, wrestle, and stay over at the fucking Days Inn and then go to Evansville the next day. There was not that many incidents where the guys in those days would have brushes with police and or legal issues was getting in fucking fights at the Gardens with fans either in the ring, hitting the ring, or, coming back from the ring. And Dean was a valuable guy there because he knew that in pretty much in those days, you didn't need to go out and instigate anything. 99% of the shit, it was the fucking fans' fault for doing something first. And Dean was good at not only defusing those situations by snatching these fuckers first, but also by being a guy who was smart to the business, who was there to say, as a police officer, yes, this fucking guy's drunk, and he jumped in the ring and the guy was defending himself. But we didn't have to rely on Dean's expertise. Really, in the days he was a police officer, or then the younger generation, they just flaunt authority, Brian. These young kids came along when Dean was already a successful retired announcer / he had horses at a stable at that time / repair service technician / he's always had 18 jobs. But we didn't have to use him to testify in court.
I was always shocked years later when I found out after watching OVW with you and him, that he was a police officer, because again, he was the ring announcer in Louisville the night that he told them to put the spotlight on us, and then the fans started trying to attack us. That was good.
He's also got a wicked sense of humor too.
I see some fans from Smoky Mountain are here tonight, and all of a sudden the lights on us. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, but in the building, if they'd have tried to jump you guys, Dean could have taken care of him all by himself. One riot, one ranger. One riot, one hill. See, I'd never caught on quite like one riot, one ranger, but...
You know, I thought this opening segment was going to be a hell of a hill to climb. It turned out pretty well.